Welcome back to Seriously Where's the Good podcast, episode 8. Are we right? Just jumping into it again?
I guess so.
Okay, we ended up on what we did differently to get pregnant with Avalyn. So it was keto diet because of sugars, my insulin resistance.
Yeah. Which, I think that's where we ended off, was you were talking about that.
Yeah, that's where we ended off.
Oh, well, just saying, like, that was the last thing before
That's literally the last thing we said.
Card.
Well, we also said that I was taking levothyroxine, so we did those two things that were different. That was it. I don't think we did anything else.
Yeah.
They gave me levothyroxine for my thyroid, and I stopped eating as much carbs and sugars so that it would help me with my insulin resistance. That's kind of related with PCOS, but they couldn't quite confirm that I had PCOS, just you might have PCOS. Yep. So we were pregnant. They did the ultrasound. Pregnancy looked good. The fertility place, did they do more than one ultrasound? 2 ultrasounds.
They did 2 ultrasounds. We had, like, triple the amount of ultrasounds with Avalyn and Neymar.
With Neymar, we only had 2 ultrasounds. With
That was
Avalyn,
the 3D one, right?
that was part of the second one. That was in the 20-week. Oh, no, you mean the one, like, right before he was born. Yeah, I forgot about that one. I meant, like, doctor-wise. That one was, like...
I know, it wasn't a doctor-wise, but it was still technically an ultrasound.
Yeah, but I forgot it because it wasn't part of the doctors. Anyway, yep, yeah. 3 with Neymar, but one of them we decided to do an extra. So, okay, we leave the fertility place because we're pregnant and
which we had to stay there for the first, 6 weeks? 8 weeks?
I think it was just 6. They just had to confirm that the pregnancy was there, and then I called in to go back to our regular OBGYN.
Yeah.
But we had to wait a long time. Why did they make you wait 8 to 10 weeks? That's just like... And usually it's 10 weeks. It's not even 8 weeks. At least for us, it's always been closer to the 10-week mark than
the 8-week mark.
Than 8, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this one's always busy, so that could be part of it.
Maybe. Uh-oh. It's okay. It's okay. What was after that? We go in for our first ultrasound, and everything looked good. Baby was
healthy.
Baby was healthy. Growing. Nothing out of the ordinary. We were excited.
Like I said, this part was kind of a blur.
We were really excited. We started telling everybody. We told your siblings before we got the first ultrasound, because Danielle was pregnant at the same time as us, and she announced it to us. So there was no way that I couldn't tell her that I was pregnant too, because we were both trying for the longest time. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't too long. It was like...
It was a year.
Yeah, it was around a year.
Yeah, but she came over and announced it. And you're like, I guess we have to announce ours too.
Well, she announced it to your parents, and your parents were like... Everybody was about to go to Disneyland. And they were like, we can't keep 2 secrets.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because we had announced it to them that we were pregnant. And I think it was like a couple days later, Danielle told them that they were pregnant. And they're like, we can't keep these 2 lies separate for that long. That's going to be so hard. Yeah. So they convinced Danielle and Ty to tell us. And because we were both trying for so long, I felt like I couldn't not share it. Like, if she felt like she could share with us, then I felt like we could share it with them. Even though I was worried that that we could have another miscarriage.
Yeah.
That's why I was waiting to tell everybody. I was waiting for the first ultrasound because that's usually when we're in the clear. We're good.
Yeah. This is completely off topic.
Oh.
You have the diffuser hooked up to a portable charger. We have a diffuser going, right? And instead of plugging it in, she plugged it into a portable charger.
I couldn't find a little, an outlet?
Plug it in there.
Is it wrong? It
not
works.
wrong, I don't think I've ever seen that. That might be a first in human history.
I doubt I'm the first one.
So plugging a diffuser into a portable battery?
I don't think I'm the
A portable
first one.
charger, I guess? Like, I don't know. Maybe there is, but...
Is that too weird or what?
No, it's just like, it's random. Like, there's chargers on... Like, you could have used one of these chargers on the... We have chargers on the couch and stuff like that, too.
I didn't even know we had chargers on the couch. Are they plugged in? Yours is plugged in.
Mine's plugged in.
Mine isn't. These are nice. Nice chairs.
Anyway, that was way off topic.
So yeah, if you look back and see them announcing their pregnancy, the first thing that comes to my mind is, I mean, obviously, like, oh my gosh, they're pregnant, but then it was like immediate, like, crap. Now if I miscarry, I'm gonna feel like
Even worse.
how I felt with the past two, where there was somebody close to me that got pregnant at the same time I did. So I was like, please don't happen again. So I was trying to be so excited, but like that thought came to mind in that moment. I was like, but I'm like, I can't focus on that because it's not about that. It's about the fact that she got pregnant. And so it was a struggle of like, don't think about that. Just focus on the good. Where's the good? But yeah, there was that slight like, but it didn't happen, so it's okay. Everything is good. Now we have two beautiful little girls that are gonna be best friends. Anyway, so yeah, they knew before we did the ultrasound, and your siblings also knew before we did the ultrasound because your family was leaving on vacation. So your parents were like, what if we accidentally say that you guys are expecting too? And, you know.
Because we announced the same time as Danielle to the kids.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like, was it that same day?
That's what I was wondering.
Or was it the day after?
I don't remember.
I feel like we ran to Target after that and went to buy like little outfits.
I think it was the same day.
To announce to the kids and our pregnancy tests.
Wait, there was one right here.
I didn't come up here I was looking at them downstairs. I was looking downstairs, okay?
Sorry.
He's still coming back to the diffuser on the portable charger.
Well, I was just like, I look around a lot because it's hard to like look over here and look over. My shoulder hurts today. I don't know why, and so I'm like, that's why I'm like pushing on it right now.
He's an old man.
Like turning, it like, anyway. So I like keep on looking over here, and then I saw that anyway. I saw it right next to it, and so I had to point it out. It should be the only distraction right now.
We are upstairs in our house. I brought the diffuser from downstairs. There was no plug thing downstairs, and I saw the portable charger right next to the cable. It's
my portable charger because you don't charge yours.
I don't even know where my portable charger is.
So she's just gonna continue to use mine. Anyway, sorry.
What's yours is mine, right? Happy wife.
You have the same exact one.
Happy life.
You have the same exact one.
I don't know where it is.
It is right next to our bed, right where that one was, because you would take yours, used it, didn't know where yours was, went and took mine, and took it to the exact same spot that yours was. So I found both of them in the same spot.
Was it me or was it you?
It was you.
I remember walking to that place and that one was already there.
Yes, you put that one there. And then you went and got the other one.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. There's no proof. You don't have proof of this. It was right next to Evelyn's crib because...
So you do know where yours is.
Well, I didn't know if it was still there.
Anyway.
But apparently it is. We are way off topic.
I only say that because I think last year we got the same exact, not those exact chargers, but we got 2 chargers that were exactly the same. And you ended up losing yours, and then ended up stealing mine, and then losing that one too.
I did not lose them.
You did lose them. What do you mean?
I know where mine is.
Because you lost mine.
What? Do you not know where it is?
No.
It's probably in the truck.
Because you took it in there. I don't use it in the truck. I plug my phone in.
You know what? You barely use yours anyway. I needed it more than you did.
Anyway, let's get back on topic. That was like a 4-minute rant.
We told your siblings, and we also warned them, hey, we're not actually quite sure that this pregnancy is gonna stick with our past
History.
Yeah. And they were like, okay. They were really excited that both of us were pregnant, but we had to, like, please pray for us, but also just know that this is a possibility.
Yeah.
But I think all the prayers worked. And all our hard work looking into what could be causing my fertility or my... It wasn't... I have a hard time saying fertility issues because we've been pregnant like 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
Our problem is staying pregnant. Is that still considered like a fertility issue, or is that like something else?
I think it's all
Altogether?
Altogether. I don't know. I'm
I've
not
had-
an expert on it.
I've had people ask me, how did you cope with all the negative tests, or how long did it take you guys to get pregnant? And it didn't, both pregnancies didn't take us that long. Neymar, it was a little over a year, but we had 2 miscarriages beforehand. Evelyn was 11 months, and we had 2 losses before that as well. Mm-hmm. So what's been hard for us is the losses, not necessarily the length of time that we've been trying.
Because we kind of went in there expecting it was going to take time.
Yeah.
Like that's how it goes usually.
Yeah, we didn't think it was going to be fast. But we went in it knowing that my hormones were kind of crazy at the beginning because of all the changes. But after Neymar, I thought, okay, it looks like everything's going back to normal. Like, yeah. My periods were very regular after Neymar. So I didn't think there was going to be any issue. I was like, oh, perfect. Everything is back on track. We were pregnant. We kept the pregnancy. Like, there's not going to be any more problems for future pregnancies. So I don't know what to expect anymore for our next. We still want 2 more kids. And I don't know when we're going to start. We're not trying yet. Evelyn's only 8 months old, and I really needed that 1-year break after we had Neymar to just enjoy life without wishing. I felt like I was wishing it away because I was waiting for the next cycle and waiting for the next cycle to come. Just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for the next cycle to come. But after we had Neymar, I kind of just lived life. It wasn't survival mode anymore. It was just enjoying my time with my baby. Yeah. And I need that again. And I'm having it again. But I need it a little bit longer. Anyway, we went back. Everything was great. We went back for is it 20-week ultrasound? Where they do the full anatomy and everything.
Yeah.
And I thought nothing of it because everything was going to be fine. This pregnancy looked good. We're fine. But they Did they say anything in there, or did they have them call us back? I don't quite remember this part. This was a shock, and so I'm like...
It was... Was it the 20-week one that they went in to check, and then they, like, saw something, so they had to keep on going back to it? Remember that? Like, they didn't really say anything. They just... No, that was the expert, right?
I remember she was saying that she couldn't really see the feet very well. They had me... That was kind of weird. She was looking at everything, and everything looked great. And then she got to the brain, and there was a little, like, cyst. About that. There was a little cyst-looking thing, and I was like, ooh. I don't remember seeing that in Neymar's ultrasound. Mm-hmm. Which, at first I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But we went in, like, I think it was exactly 20 weeks pregnant. Whereas with Neymar, we went at 22 weeks pregnant. Yeah. So maybe that was the difference. But there was a cyst-looking thing in the brain. And she didn't say anything of it. She just, like, measured it, and then she moved on. And then she tried to look at the feet, but she couldn't quite get a good enough picture. And she had me keep moving, and she was tapping and, like, trying to move my stomach so that Evelyn would move. But she wasn't moving. Like, her feet. She was moving. She was fine, but, like, she wasn't moving the position of the feet. And she moved a lot. She couldn't get a good enough picture of it. So I think she didn't tell us anything, but
I don't think they really can. I think
they have to wait until the...
Yeah, even if they see something, they can't really say anything. They have to wait for the doctor to tell you.
Yeah, so we had an appointment. I don't know if it wasn't right after that one. I think it was a couple days later. We had an appointment to meet up with our doctor, and she said then, hey, everything looked great except for there was a cyst that was found in the brain, which that on its own isn't a scary thing. It can happen, and they get, like...
It's pretty normal.
They fix it themselves over the rest of the pregnancy.
Yeah, it's a pretty common thing to have to find, like, little cysts. As long as it goes down throughout the pregnancy, it's completely normal.
And it's not a lot of them. It's pretty common. Yeah. A lot of them isn't, like, a lot of them at once is not too common, but, like, one or two is fine. So she was saying that on its own isn't anything to worry about, but we looked at the feet, and it looks like not she, we didn't know the gender. I'm saying she because we now know the gender. But it looks like she has clubfoot, like a clubfoot. And we were like, I guess you were like, what is that?
Yeah.
Or did you already...
I think I asked about it. Because I don't know.
I think I already knew, but I was like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I couldn't comprehend what she was saying. And she's saying the cleft foot isn't anything major either. You just need to get it fixed after the baby's born. It only takes, like a couple casts and a little surgery.
Depending on the severity of it.
And then, like...
Which?
Braces.
Club foot. Should probably explain that.
Oh, it's when the tendon in the back of your foot is, like, not long enough, so the foot is bent.
You're bent in.
I think it's bent in. I don't know if there's ones that are bent out. I don't know enough. I kind of looked it up a little bit, but I stopped looking it up because our baby didn't end up having clubfoot.
Yeah, which we'll get into that later too.
But yeah, she said the cyst and the clubfoot together could mean, what is that one? Trisomy 18, which is...
You're asking me how the crap am I supposed to remember that? Letters, or a word and letters?
We established that
numbers?
with you only knowing acetaminophen and Tylenol.
Now you look at me like I'm gonna be able to tell you what
maybe,
was.
maybe you will this time. Okay, maybe
I
you.
forgot about the cyst. Like I forgot that even was a thing. To be honest. Anyway, something 19,
18.
18. I'm thinking of COVID.
COVID-19. It was long gone.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, the cyst and the clubfoot could mean trisomy 18,
Which is
which is there's
for the viewers, not for me.
right. When there's three chromosomes of the 18th one, and it's basically deadly. They don't live very long. Either they die before they're born, or they only live for so long, and it's just it's just sad. But she said, I really don't think it's that, but it is a possibility, and I want you guys to know.
Yeah, just in case.
I want for you guys to come back in a couple of weeks. Did we go back there, or did she say go to this? I can't remember if we went back to that one and then we went to the specialist.
We went to her and then the specialist, if I remember right.
Either we went back to them or we went to the specialist, but we had another ultrasound.
Because it wasn't really about the cyst at that point. It was about the feet.
I think we just went to the specialist at 24 weeks pregnant.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember. I thought we went to the
I'm pretty sure.
the doctor and then her.
I'm pretty sure it was just the specialist after that.
It could have been.
Just to confirm that there was a club foot.
Yeah.
And they were saying that it was only one club foot, not two. Just one of them. The other one looked fine.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them, she just didn't move when the tech was trying to move around my belly, and the leg stayed bent. So we go at 24 weeks. We're kind of like a little bit like shook.
Yeah, because you get that kind of news. It's like, holy cow. Like, one, it could be this trisomy
18, and
we could lose the baby. Or if it's not that, we have to start looking into clubbed foot, and we have to start looking to facilities and all the different things, and there's not one here where we live, so we would have to drive.
Well, we didn't know that yet.
No, we didn't know that yet.
When we went to the specialist,
That's what we learned.
She looked at it and she was like, "Yep, club foot, and actually it's club feet.
It's both feet.
It looks like the other one also has a little bit of a bend to it, not as bad as the other one." And I asked her, "Is it like really severe or?" And all she said was, "No, I don't think it's that severe." But she let us know there isn't any place that can treat her where you live. You have to drive all the way to this location to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, that on its own wasn't so bad, but I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do a vaginal delivery, so I could have had another C-section. And my recovery with Neymar wasn't that great. And thinking about traveling 4 hours.
So it was 4 hours one way or like 2 hours the other way. But the other way, it would have been out of state. Yeah. So we weren't sure about insurance or anything like that. And going to the other one would have been closer to Mara's parents, so we could have stayed with them.
Yeah.
But the treatment would have been, every week for the first 8 weeks? Like once a week?
6 to 8 weeks, yeah. Once a week. So we'd have to travel 4 hours and like right after. So I'd have days to recover and then jump in a car and travel for 4 hours and then come back home and then do it again, or just decide to stay there for the 6 weeks that that needed to be treated, which we would have made it happen somehow.
Yeah, we would have figured out something.
But it just felt like when is this gonna end? Like, it's one thing after another. I thought maybe we really should take that genetic test at that point. Like, what is wrong? Why does this keep happening?
But when we went to the specialist, she did look at the tumor, or not the tumor.
Oh yeah, the
The
cyst. Not a tumor.
Not a tumor, a cyst.
We're running on like 3 hours of sleep for the past month, so.
And she did measure it, and it was smaller than
Yes.
it was before. So it wasn't getting bigger; it was starting to leave. So they kind of ruled out
Trisomy 18.
that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think we went again. We went to the specialist, and then we went back to the doctor because I remember they did another ultrasound after that, and the cyst was gone.
Yeah.
So it was getting smaller, and then when we did another ultrasound with our doctor, the cyst was gone at that point.
Yeah. So that week between the doctor and the specialist, it was like
I felt heartbroken. I knew it wasn't trisomy 18, but the thought of it being that, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It was like, do we just, knowing that our baby isn't gonna, like, if it had that, it wouldn't live long, like, do we still carry on? Like, obviously I was gonna choose to carry on, but I don't know. I didn't want the baby to suffer either, so I don't know. It's like, what's selfish and what isn't?
Yeah.
For those of you guys that have had to go through that specific thing, what did you choose? I would just like to know. If you guys want to share with us.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever had a pregnancy with trisomy 18, what did you choose to keep the pregnancy and deliver your baby? Did you choose to terminate? There's no judgment. I don't know what I would have chosen. I don't know what I would have, if it was fully confirmed, not just a maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really hard choice. It's sad.
How many more did we have after that?
How many more?
Ultrasounds.
I think that was the last ultrasound, and we just kept going we did the glucose test, which I passed, but it was higher than when I did Neymar's.
Yeah.
And then the next thing was cervical checks.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that, too.
We started at 37 weeks, and the only reason why I let them do a cervical check at 37 weeks was because I was already having contractions. So I was like, okay, maybe she's going to come early. And so I was like, I'd like to know if I'm closer to that or if I'm good. And she checked, and my cervix was way back posterior. She had to go in there, like full-faced in there, try to lift the baby's head a little bit, but she did it nicely, and she was telling me what she was doing while she was doing it. And it hurt, but it didn't like hurt that bad. It just was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, yep, nope. We're skipping the next one. Or did we start at 36? I think we started at 36.
I don't remember.
Because I think I skipped 37 because of that. You're not at all ready. So I was like, okay. I know I skipped one of them. And the next one was a different doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we were at 30, no.
I don't remember the time frame.
No, 38 weeks was our doctor still, and she went and checked, and she said same thing. Your cervix is still very posterior. I don't know.
Just keep on going.
Yeah, you're good. We skipped it. 39 weeks was when they looked, not when they looked. We had a different doctor, and I do not like her because of, I didn't like her when I saw her that only one time for Neymar's pregnancy, but it was because she was very cold, and it was like a short, I don't even know how to explain it. She just came in, she wasn't warm. That's the best way I can explain it. She was just like, okay, this is
doctor,
it.
Like,
da,
she
da,
comes
da,
in.
out.
Yeah, our
checking
normal doctor,
boxes.
Normal doctor, she just comes in. She's bubbly. She's older, so she's a grandma. She reminds me of one of my grandmas. She's just very bubbly, and she's like, "Oh, how you doing?" Oh, you know. But this one is just like comes in, not even straight to the, like, there's doctors that come and go straight to the point. That's very different than. Like,
yeah, that's still something else.
yeah, the bedside manners. Is that
Yeah,
what it
she
is?
didn't have any bedside manners. She just went, like with Neymar, she just came in. She was one of those that just checked the heartbeat. She just put the gel, did the thing. He's like, that's the heartbeat. Okay, looks good. Bye. See you guys.
Yeah, there wasn't much talking. There wasn't much explaining. There wasn't much anything.
Which it wasn't so bad, but I was like, okay, I'm glad we have our doctor instead of her.
Yeah.
But this time solidified I don't ever want to see her again. And it was because she came in, she did the cervical check. My cervix was still very posterior, and she just went in without telling me what she was doing. She was pulling, like grabbing and pulling and pushing down on my uterus and trying to push Evelyn's head back and up so that she could pull my cervix forward. I don't know how else to explain the excruciating pain I was feeling in that moment, not knowing what she was doing. I was expressing how painful it was as she was doing it, thinking that she was going to stop and like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that hurt you. We can just let it be. Obviously, it's still very, very posterior.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to wait. No, she kept going. And I was like, ow, this really hurts. And she kept going. I'm like, this is really, it's really hurting. And then she would go harder. And it was the longest. I don't even know how long it was. I don't know how long this was, but it felt like.
It wasn't very long, but still.
It felt like a minute of torture. Like a full minute of torture. Usually it's just a couple seconds of like going in, going out. This one felt like a minute. Oh, I cried. After it was done, then she said what she did, which was that she was trying to pull it forward manually. Mm-hmm. Let pregnancy just take its course. The baby has to come out eventually. It'll do it on its own. If she would have asked, hey, do you want me to do this? That would have been a different story.
Yeah.
Like, there's a higher chance. Because her urgency was the fact that I wanted to do a vaginal delivery instead of a C-section. And an induction at that stage with my cervix very back, it is not very likely to succeed compared to if I'm already dilated and effaced. Which dilated means, you're dilating. And then effaced means that the thickness of the cervix is like how thinner it is compared to like regular close cervix and thick cervix. But I was I don't even, they never said how effaced I was, probably because I wasn't effaced at all, because it was so far back. And I think what helps with effacement is when it's forward, the baby's head pushes on it and the gravity helps
it out.
Yeah. But I wasn't having any of that because of how back it was. There was nothing pushing on it.
So did they have you do a whole bunch of those workouts, or did you just look them up?
They said that it would be a good idea to try them out. So it's where, I don't even remember what they're called. Man, I was just so...
You're doing everything.
I was just...
To get this baby out.
That doctor scared the crap out of me. She's like, your chances of having a vaginal delivery are very low. You're probably going to need to schedule another C-section. That's what she said.
Which the other doctor she was like, there's a possibility, but I'm going to do everything I can to make it so you can have this, you have a VBAC. But the other doctor was like, no, you should just schedule it.
Yeah, our doctor, very...
just understanding and just listen more.
Hopeful and wanting to get me that vaginal delivery, because that's what I was hoping for with Neymar. When she asked me with Neymar, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go natural. I don't want, or unmedicated is the right word, I should say. I don't want an epidural. I don't want Pitocin. I just want to let it do its thing. But I didn't get the chance because Neymar was breached, so I needed a C-section. And so she knew how much I wanted to do this, how much it meant to me. And so she wanted to get me that experience that I really wanted to have. Mm-hmm. And this other doctor, maybe it's because she wasn't my doctor, so she didn't have that whole story. She was just very cold about it. And...
Weren't you supposed to see her again? But
yeah, I had, because our doctor is very well known, very liked. Mm-hmm. She's like almost always booked. So I had the other doctor. I was going to see her again because she's another woman doctor and I feel more comfortable with them, but not anymore, not with her.
Not this one, yeah.
No. Yeah, that was very traumatic for me. Very traumatic. I don't want to experience that again. It makes me want to, like, not do cervical checks anymore. Because they don't matter anyway. You could be 80% effaced, 3 centimeters dilated for weeks. It doesn't tell you anything until you're actually in active labor.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a number to know.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
It's nothing. It means nothing. With Neymar, I was 1 centimeter dilated and 80% effaced for 3 weeks until he decided to come out, and then it was fast. So It doesn't matter. Then they saw that, so one of the things that I was really worried about was her staying face or head down. Mm-hmm. So every time we went in, I would always ask, is she head down? Is she head down? Mm-hmm. And she was always head down. But she was head down and facing forward instead of facing back, which the best way to deliver is with them facing back, so that the head and the neck have like a better angle at coming out. Because if it's the other way, it's like spine on spine and it kind of like gets stuck. But usually, oh, she's awake. Usually in labor, the baby does the turn on their own. Mm-hmm. So it's not something to worry about too much, but it can make labor a little bit longer because the baby does have to turn, or the doctor helps you as you're trying to deliver.
Turn the baby.
Yeah. So we went in for 40 weeks, and I remember that day. They were like, "Congratulations, you're the longest." How did they say it? The longest pregnancy of the day.
Yeah.
The furthest along of the day. We were exactly 40 weeks pregnant, and I couldn't believe that I was 40 weeks pregnant, because for the past 2 weeks I was like having constant contractions. Like I thought
It was gonna happen at any moment.
like 39 weeks. I'm like 39 weeks for sure. Nothing. I'm like, what? 2 days before, like Neymar, it must be the same thing as Neymar. No. 40 weeks, nothing. I was like, okay, I can't go past 42 weeks. You know, they won't let me do that. I have 2 weeks left, maybe, but it's gonna happen tomorrow. Nope. And the doctor told us, okay, so you're reaching like this area where there's nothing good coming from staying pregnant longer. It actually could be a risk to stay pregnant past 41, 42 weeks.
Yeah.
41 weeks you're still fine, but you getting close to that 42 week mark,
You start having issues.
yeah, it's risky for your baby. And so she said, we can do an ultrasound, not an ultrasound, an induction, and hopefully it'll be okay, even though your cervix is still very posterior. We could try to do a Foley bulb to try and get it to come up, or to come forward, and then we'll do Pitocin to help you dilate and get effaced. They're like, we can't help you with, there's 2 different medicines that help with effacement, and instead of the Foley bulb, instead of doing manually, you could do medicine. But because I had a C-section before, taking that medicine risks rupture more than if you do something manual like a Foley bulb. So I was like, okay, I'll take the Foley bulb. I'll go and get induced. I just want this baby out. And if it's a C-section, it's totally fine. I just want the best for my baby. And she was like, okay, but we're really going to try to get you your vaginal birth. And I was like, yeah, but if it's a C-section, it's totally fine. I just want my baby out.
At this point, it was like Mara was like okay with the C-section. It was the doctor at this point that was like, no, we're getting the.
But I suffered for a week thinking, I'm going to have a C-section because of that doctor. Like, in my head, I was doing all the flips. I was upside down. I was rolling. I was crawling for hours. There was one day, the day after that doctor told me that I was probably going to have another C-section. I did it that entire day. I did all the tricks, which was like deja vu for me from Neymar's experience, where they're like, he's breech, you can try to do all these tricks, but he's so big, we doubt he's going to flip. Mm-hmm. I felt like that. Doing all the things, and nothing seemed to work. Evelyn did not move. She stayed in that same position the entire time.
Yeah, it was. You just come up here and do it for hours.
Yeah, I was crying and doing it at the same time. So you imagine me, very, very pregnant, crawling around on the floor, sobbing. And then using the couch, putting my legs up, and then my hands down and just letting my belly hang.
I think for that last week, you were just doing that constantly. So, like, me and Namer weren't even really home that much.
No.
So I was taking him out and doing stuff
And I also felt horrible about that, because I was stuck doing all these things while you guys were out having fun and experiencing. And I'm like, I just want to be doing stuff again. I don't want to be flipped upside down, and this hurts. My wrists are hurting. Like,
yeah, we would go and like go fishing or whatever.
You'd come back and tell me.
No, and we would come back and you'd be in the same position that you were in when we left.
I was so scared and so sad. But yeah, that whole week, I came to terms. Like, the day before we went in, I didn't even do anything. The day before we went in to go see her, and she told me she was going to try to do everything for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, before that, I was like, I'm done. I did everything I could. Everything I possibly could. I did it, and if it doesn't work, I at least know I did everything I could. But yeah, we had a plan. We went in to get induced. The nurse checked me first.
You can't go. Is this the day that she was born?
Yeah. Should we do that next?
That's like a whole different podcast.
It's long.
That's a whole different level. Like, we're stopping at
Okay.
the day she's born, because that whole other, it's a whole other story.
Okay. Fair.
We need a full podcast for that. We're not going to do it in 5 minutes when is she still awake?
Yeah, but she's just chilling.
Either way, we need another full podcast to do that story.
Yep. Well, if you guys have any questions, you're welcome to ask. Or if you guys would like us to share your stories, you're also welcome to put them in the comments and let us know if you'd like us to share it. Because after we tell our story, we'd like to tell other people's stories.
So everybody's different. Everybody's is like, there's not like any two pregnancies that are the same.
No, talking about it helps a lot, but also if somebody else is going through something similar, it can help them out by knowing either what to expect or realizing that it's similar to their experience and helping them out to identify what is happening to them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably post on Instagram about it. Like, if you guys have any stories you'd like us to share or talk about, read on the podcast. Sorry. I hit the mic.
Or know anybody that would like to talk about it.
Yeah, we'd like to bring people to talk to if they want to share their story. And we'll also keep talking about just other things in our parenthood journey.
Yeah.
Not just our pregnancies, like everything else. If you want to stick around to listen to that too.
Am I shutting off?
Yeah, I think this is the end. Thank you guys for listening.
See you guys next time.